LDD.
2:35 was my most favorite time of day during the week, because that's when school got out. I had 25 minutes to get home and get myself in front of the TV, because that's when the best cartoons ever started. Yo, Joe! Who didn't want to be a Joe? They had the coolest names and the coolest weapons. And knowing's half the battle.
And the masters
By the power of Grayskull. More than meets the eye. I mean, who didn't want to have their own Bumblebee? Transformers were always way better than GoBots. And who didn't want to be a Thundercat? Besides, Chitara was hot. Saturday mornings were equally as important to me, when I didn't have soccer practice. I sat down with my bowl of Captain Crunch and tuned into the Super Friends and the Amazing Spider-Man. But the live action shows made me really believe. There could not have been a better Wonder Woman than Linda Carter. And when David Banner turned into the Incredible Hulk, you wouldn't like me when I'm angry, Mr. McGee. And later we'd fling through time with Buck Rogers in the 25th century. Then we'd fly with Starbuck and Apollo through space, battling Cylons in Battlestar Galactica. But nothing could compete with my two favorite sagas of all time, Star Wars and Superman. The first time Luke Skywalker battled Darth Vader with his lightsaber in the most epic lightsaber battle of all time, in The Empire Strikes Back. And the first time Superman ripped open his shirt and Christopher Reeves donned the red cape to save Lois Lane. So at 10 years old, I knew exactly what I wanted to do when I grew up. I wanted to be a superhero. But since I couldn't, I decided to make films about superheroes. So my friend and I borrowed his dad's camera and we made our first little film about a superhero, which wasn't very good. But I ran home to tell my mom and dad, hey, guess what? I want to make films about superheroes. And they said, no, go off and get a real education. Which I did. I decided to follow my passion and continue to make films. And I made my first CGI superhero movie, Monsters Under the Bed. I also knew I had to meet with people that also made these kinds of films. So I called a company I knew that made really epic superhero films, Dark Horse Comics, just to see if I can ask them a few questions. And they said, we're headed to Comic-Con. Are you? Because we'll see you there. And you can ask us all the questions you like. So my girlfriend and I packed our bags and we were headed to San Diego's Comic-Con. I know I'm getting close to San Diego when I see the nuclear generator in San Onofre, California.
We're driving by the nuclear boobs. You know, on the way to San Diego when you pass the nuclear boobs. He's filming.
And almost as good as those, right there.
All right.
I just had to point those out. Since arriving in San Diego, we weren't planning on actually attending the first day, but we had to drive by just to see what was in store for us. I've never seen so many geeks, nerds, and fanboys in one place in my life. And I know I'm gonna fit right in. And I wonder if the guy I'm supposed to meet at Dark Horse is inside yet.
I'm zooming in on the guy holding an extra head. Shout out. Oh, they're all leaving. Look at them. Look at them traipsing. Oh, that's a long line. That's a line.
Have you noticed that the windows at the San Diego Convention Center look almost identical to the windows of a TIE fighter?
And giant boobs. And really black makeup. That girl had a Hogwarts owl. What's Harry Potter's owl's name? Awesome. Awesomeness. People just macking out on the line. Just kissing to meet the man.
After checking out the thousands of Comic-Con fans bustling through the streets, we decided to head to the hotel to check in, freshen up, and get ready for the first party of the night. In San Diego, Hotel rooms fill up really fast around Comic-Con, so it's a good idea to reserve your room right around the time you get your tickets, sometimes even before. For me, I'd be happy staying in the cave on Hoth that Luke was trapped in, just to go to Comic-Con. But since I've got my girlie in tow, it's nice to have a view, at least for her. I've already got my view.
What are you doing? Stop it. Stop. Honey.
Call me a rascal, but I love tormenting her with the camera.
Stop it. You can't shoot me if you don't tell me. That's not nice. There's some stuff I don't want shot.
Well, that's a great shot right there.
Stop.
If she weren't so
What do you
photogenic, I probably
think?
wouldn't do it all the time.
So sad. What the hell are you doing? Stop it. Are you gonna do with that? Are you gonna... I just like that the dad is holding the tail up. That's serious commitment. And when I say dad, I mean, I hope that's not her boyfriend.
When we headed out to our first party, we passed by the San Diego Convention Center again, and people were still filing out. There are over 130,000 fans that attend Comic-Con every year, and that does not even include all the people that come to San Diego for the parties and everything else. Say again?
Thanks, Ashley.
The first soiree we went to was Wired and AMC's Walking Dead party. They really know how to host a gathering. Some of the stars were there, and the place was packed. Look at Lisa tweeting all her friends that didn't want to go to Comic-Con. Here's Lisa Ann and I trying to get through the crowd like zombies. A lot of people come to Comic-Con and never actually attend Comic-Con itself. They only come for the parties, which is fine. I love parties. But for me, I can't wait till tomorrow. Now, it's day 2 of Comic-Con, but for me it's going to be my first day. Today's Friday. And I'm all ready to go. T-shirt, shorts, running shoes, everything like that. My girlfriend, however, is not ready. But she's got those. And I've got my cameras ready. You are a superhero. Look at you.
What are you doing? You can't. I told you, stop shooting me when I don't know, like crazy person. Yeah, I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill you. Fix my bra while you're at it.
I'm carrying a bag. Now all I have is an extra camera and some space. So what do I get it filled up with? Her extra shoes
Hey.
when she wants to walk, and these still have a heel. Can you believe that? But I can totally understand. Look at these heels. Look at that. She's going to Comic-Con in these freaking heels.
Because that's how much I love you. And
Oh man, I am a lucky dude. How cool is that? Optimus Prime is at the entrance of Comic-Con here to greet us. Lisa was on the phone all morning doing free interviews before a PR trip to New York for a TV show she created, and I was in the middle of editing a film. But we both said, to hell with this, and took 3 days off and made the trip to Comic-Con happen. Because A, my meeting with Dark Horse was my mission, and B, holy crap, look at this. So now we're getting our badges finally. We're over at Hall C. Gotta have these in order to get in. There's no tickets available when you're at the door.
Confirmation. Then I need to see your ID. Thank you. I think it. Oh wow. You're gonna be in lobby D.
Where's lobby D?
Lobby D. All right. Okay.
Okay, thank you. Apparently we're lobby D because we have special passes. Okay, now we're trying the right building.
I don't want to, my original concept was to but they want.
Thank you.
That kind of
We're
diminished
creative professionals, apparently.
the feeling of competition.
Okay. So here's the creative professional area. All right here. And we didn't have a line. Okay. Which lady? Oh, this lady or this lady? Hi there. How you doing? What's your name?
Cheyenne.
Cheyenne.
Oh yeah, Mel's really
Okay.
funny. She's got a lot of heart. She really relates to.
So they're all the same, or are there different
They're
types?
like random. We don't really know.
She's always been.
Okay.
She's got a really.
There's Lisa, and there's me. Surprisingly, all these hordes of fans that are in costume, and even those that are not in costume, move pretty quickly all the way through the entrance. And plan to meet your party. They said party. Oh my god, this is it. We're finally getting a chance to go in for the first time to Comic-Con. And here's the nice people that check to see if you have badges. Perfect. Thank you. Holy shit, Batman. Look at this. This is incredible. There are a ton of fans in costume here at Comic-Con, and some of them are pretty elaborate. And I was able to ask them a few questions about their outfits. How long did it take for you guys to put your costumes together? What costume? I love that. I love that. Let's see the whole thing.
Alright, that's awkward.
All right.
That's awkward. You just panicked.
Where did you find the shield? Did you make the shield?
I made everything, yes.
Wow.
Scale mount.
That's fantastic.
Thank you very much.
One of the most recognizable and well-known costumes are that of Trekkies, and I was able to catch up with
What's
a
your
few.
name?
Emily?
Emily?
Kelsey.
And what made you two decide to dress up as Star Trek hot women?
We started doing female versions of Kirk and Spock because I've always loved the duo, and we love the new movie and everything, so we thought it would be fun to actually take the new uniform instead of the old one.
Now, did you make these or did you buy them?
We made them. We actually got the extra large uniform shirts, and then we tailored them to ourselves. It took a while, and we don't know anything about dressmaking, but we did.
You guys look fantastic.
Thanks.
What about yours? How long did it take for you?
That was
Couple minutes. She just put them right on, a little liquid latex on the side.
Wow. That's fantastic. How many years have you guys come to Comic-Con?
This is our first. I've
Really?
done conventions, but never officially San Diego.
This is my first as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, first year. So far, so good.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Mr. and Mrs. Shrek right here. Mr. and Mrs. Shrek, may I get your picture, please? Thank you. Thank you. What made you guys dress up like Shrek?
For our video. We like to be green.
Like, it's fun. Kids love it. Kids
Well, I certainly love it, and I'm not a kid. I think it looks fantastic. How long did it take you to plan this and get ready?
We've been doing this for a few years.
But the Shrek and Fiona look, though?
Yeah, around 3 years. Yeah.
Nice. That's fantastic. You guys look great.
Thank you.
Very much.
Thank you so much.
We have a lot of fun with it.
Wow, look at that from Halo. How long did it take to make your costume? 2 weeks?
It's cardboard with fabric glued over it to paint.
Nice.
Fabric and cardboard? Holy crap!
And the helmet?
I bought it.
You bought the helmet?
No way! Halo Dude's only like 12 years old.
From Ruby's costume shop inside down. It cost $600 and then I repainted it all green.
Wow, that's fantastic. Thanks.
Hello, Dominique.
Dominique's Lisa's agent's assistant. Got that so far? She set up some of our parties and she loves Batman. So she's getting a shout out. And a t-shirt.
Welcome to Comic-Con. Too bad you're not here.
That's great. How long did it take you to put your costume together?
Actually, I'm at a point right now. It takes me about a week to make this particular costume.
And what made you decide on Batman Beyond?
Because nobody else already does it.
It's fantastic. It's wonderful. Thank you so much. Is this your first year at Comic-Con?
Yes, it is.
Really? A lot of first years. And what are you thinking so far?
It's both incredible and yet intense. It's like so much to do, and then there's so much things you can't do, and then you just have to take it just one start at a time. So just do the best I can.
And is Batman Beyond normally something you really enjoy?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I love all the Batmans, but it seems like Batman Beyond has more of an interest for me.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And it's the Ghostbusters. Let me see the proton packs. Those are badass. Oh, that's so cool! Did you guys build them? How long did it take to build them?
Long time.
Really?
Off again, on again project for many years.
It's been years. This is not the first time we built these. It was like several iterations of it.
All right, thanks, guys.
A friend of mine gave me some advice before heading to Comic-Con, and that was, beware the Bikini Leias. And I didn't know what he meant until I saw them. My girlie and I headed over to see some superheroes and get our picture taken with them. And she got recognized, so people started asking to take pictures with her, including the Green Lantern.
Hey, can you tweet that picture of my phone? Absolutely will.
That's right. That's amazing. Let's get it. I don't have the camera, but
All right, I'll take the pictures then. Does anyone else want a picture with her?
So the superheroes asked me to take pictures of them with Lisa Ann, and asked me to send them the picture as well. And who could blame them?
All right, I'll take another one.
And then behind me.
All right. Great.
I want some of these shoes.
All right, let's talk to people from Iron Fist Clothing.
Oh my gosh.
There's something for everyone here at Comic-Con, and leave it to Lisa to find the high-heeled shoes. It was a fun-filled first day here at Comic-Con, but we decided to head back to the hotel to get ready for the evening's festivities. And I didn't get a chance to stop by Dark Horse Comics today, but I know I will tomorrow.
Look at them doing over there.
What?
Throwing things at people.
people are screaming and they're throwing things. I don't think anybody even really cares what this stuff is.
No, it's
They just like having free stuff thrown at them.
with this economy. Come on.
I want to be a 13-year-old boy around here. Embarrassing. Chopping wood, can't help it. Front of people.
We caught one of the many shuttles provided by Comic-Con to get us back to the hotel. Lisa Ann was so beat, she took a disco nap right on the bus. We got dressed up and we were headed to our first party of the night. As with most parties, it really helps to be on the list. So I highly recommend doing your research, finding the parties, contacting the host, and seeing if you can get on the list before you even make it to San Diego. Tonight, we're headed to a party that's actually aboard a real battleship. But first, we wanted to head to the Gaslamp District just to check out the scene. And I have to tell you, I don't know what the Gaslamp District is like during the rest of the year, but during Comic-Con, like everything else in San Diego, is completely off the chain. There are tons of scantily clad women and costumes throughout the streets. And there's bars on either side. It's almost like Mardi Gras, and one of these scantily clad ladies recognizes Lisa and wants a picture. Now we're headed to our first party of the night.
So we're finally here to the Tweet House party on the USS Midway. What's your name?
My name is John.
You know
John?
what? Just stop when I was complimented.
John is gonna lead us up in, and right now we're going up the stairs.
Oh, stop.
The ship was very cool, I must say, and all the paraphernalia in there, I was like a kid in a candy store. But since Lisa didn't have her sea legs yet, we decided to pack it up and head to the second party of the evening, which was the Point Party.
So now we're waiting for the door to break up.
Do you want me to take it? Do you like the
Actually, we're just recording.
The parties are pretty incredible here in San Diego for Comic-Con, but they're nothing like Comic-Con itself. You don't see people dressed up in costume, but you never know who you might see, because a lot of these stars have played these characters in the movies and TV shows that we love, and they're there at the parties. And a lot of the parties are there to promote a new TV show, an existing TV show, or a movie that may be coming out. Lisa and I are headed to our second day of Comic-Con, and we haven't lost any steam yet, especially since Lisa's got her coffee in tow. That's a vent day, by the way. Alright, Dark Horse, here I come. And there's Optimus Prime to greet us again. And the Joker. And hey, there's that little girl from Kick-Ass. Wait, wasn't that rated R? As Lisa and I were approaching the entrance to Comic-Con, there were some people dressed in steampunk outfits. Now, steampunk is one of the hardest things to describe, but it has to do with 19th century Victorian era and the American Wild West during the Western Industrial Age. But hey, they've got bustiers, leather, cool hats, spectacles, and clean running energy with steam. So you can't go wrong. One of the many great things about Comic-Con are the ladies who come in costume.
This is Elephant Men, and your name is?
My name is Nova and I'm dressed as Mickey today.
Very cute.
Thank you. Enjoy the convention.
Thanks.
I think seeing some of the steampunk outfits outside really made an impact on Lisa. One, she's always been a fan of bustiers. Two, she really likes leather. And three, I think she has a little bit of Scarlett O'Hara inside of her.
your name is?
My name is Julie.
And how long does it take you to put all of this on?
Well, I obviously need help. Honestly, not that long, maybe about 20 minutes.
20 minutes? Wow, that's...
Everything looks like this is all snaps, and this is a strap across. It's actually pretty easy to get off.
And you're part of Brute Force Studios?
Yes, I am a model.
Oh, cool. And have you been to Comic-Con before?
I've been to New York Comic Con. I've gone since that started, but this is my first time in San Diego, and I love it.
Do a lot of people come up and ask to take your pictures?
Yes.
Do you get a lot of people that ask you out too?
Actually, surprisingly, not that many. I think people are intimidated by the art.
With your mechanical fist of fury?
Yes.
Let me see this. Thank you very much.
No problem.
That's where I know you from. I loved your character. I don't know if I saw this.
We were saying that it's very Elvis. A little less conversation, a little more action.
All right.
Go ahead. We'll show chicklets.
Let's do it. Let's go.
We're on our way to go meet Lisa Ann's friend, Michael Chiklis, who's there for an event and signing autographs. And I have to say, Lisa's friend is one of the coolest guys I've ever met. Right after this, I gotta get to Dark Horse Comics. Michael Chiklis really is a comic book fan and a superhero. Not only did he play the Thing in Fantastic Four and Rise of the Silver Surfer, he also stars in and portrays the Greek god Zeus in the comic book Pantheon. Another thing Comic-Con offers is the artists themselves. A lot of artists come down to Comic-Con and they're there to meet their fans, sign autographs, and let them know new projects coming up. Because if it weren't for the artists, the writers would just be novelists. Every artist has their own unique style. For example, you could take 10 different artists and they would all draw 10 different Supermans, or Wonder Womans, or whatever character.
Good. These are fantastic.
Beautiful, thank you. That's the artist right here, Mr. Billy Tucci. Hard at work.
How you doing?
Billy Tucci right here, ladies and gentlemen.
Tucci is a veritable bar guy. He works with a Tucci once, but he was a Stanley Tucci.
Stanley Tucci.
You're not related, are you?
No, I talked to him on the phone. I thought I was because he's from where my family's from.
Oh, Sicilian?
New York. I don't think he's Sicilian. He's from the Naples, right?
Southern. Calabrese, like it's my thing.
Akinulea and Laurie B.
Because of their unique style, they not only show their case, but they're known specifically for the style that they have, and they also have their own following. Some of the fans come all the way down to San Diego just to meet their artist.
It's really cool. That's nice.
Best buy of the Comic-Con right here, Super Fuckers. Should have won the Eisner. I can't believe it did. Someday it'll be appreciated. You know what? These shirts here, they're gonna be so valuable once it gets picked up by some major motion picture company.
Let me
Everyone will
guess, you're
see.
James Kochalka.
No, I'm just a fan of art.
And you said you came all the way here to what?
To purchase this book from the man, rock star, artist, author, James Kochalka.
And where'd you come from?
I live in San Diego.
Oh.
I waited for
You know what? Ryan has Did you want a picture? Okay.
All right, go ahead.
Oh, me? Yes, you. Oh, don't you want to be in it? Yes, I would. Come on. Here.
It's always sweet when Lisa gets asked for a picture or an autograph, and I've never known her to not take time for a fan.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
And she has a great comic bit about getting stopped at the wrong times.
Hey, for lovebirds, like you do. See?
Oh, it is. It does. I gotta dye my hair black and red.
Oh, sorry.
That looks just like
I know, yeah.
But the truth is, Lisa Ann was born to entertain.
Crazy amount of pregnant women at Comic-Con. If I were pregnant, I would not get within an entire state of this place. I can't imagine navigating these crowds. Toddler and pregnant. Toddler and pregnant. It's very small. Comic-Con is not for pregnant women or kids.
What Lisa may not know is some of these women probably got their tickets before they got pregnant, since you have to get them a year in advance.
Kids, little kids. I would lose 2 out of 4 of my children at this place.
Oh, I kept missing my contact at the Dark Horse booth, so I had to table it to the next day. Man. Panels are another really big draw for fans at Comic-Con. Not only are they for comic book writers and artists, they're also to announce upcoming seasons or new TV shows or new movies that are about to debut. Plus it gives fans a chance for Q&A, and sometimes they actually debut theatrical trailer or the sneak preview or a flavor for what episodes are going to look like coming out. But there's a disclaimer, and keep this in mind. The lines for some of these panels are really long. I mean, really long. They're on the second floor of the San Diego Convention Center, and they're in all different halls. But sometimes the lines are like lines for Disneyland. So I wouldn't recommend bringing a kid along, because you don't want this guy to have to watch your kid while you're waiting in a 6-hour line. If you're a huge fan, it is definitely worth the wait. My advice, bring a couple bottles of water, because you gotta stay hydrated. As I've said before, Comic-Con has something for everyone. Here, they have merchandise literally to the roof. Several aisles of merchandise from the floor to the ceiling. And this is a big building. They've got everything from toys, collectibles, costumes, paraphernalia, everything you can think of, plus some. There's more stuff here than you could possibly even find on eBay with a thorough search. I mean, they've got stuff you never ever thought you would own, even stuff for your kitchen, and here you are trying to get it. Right now, Lisa's looking for some shirts, the old vintage kind, which I totally dig. How awesome is that? I love a Wonder Woman that loves Wonder Woman. So why do people even show up or even go to Comic-Con? Number 1, they love comics. Number 2, they want to get stuff. Number 3, they want to get laid. And number 4, they want to get paid. Meetings take place at the convention, and many companies actively seek out new talent and content by unknowns, because the power people know that the new idea people are all around them. Who knows, the next Stan Lee might be this guy. And I'm here to meet with a guy at Dark Horse Comics. In the lobby, not only will you be able to talk to people and run into people and meet your party, you'll see a ton of costumes and people taking a break. I don't care how supercharged you are, everyone needs a break, especially from Comic-Con. It is so overwhelming, in a good way. A lot of people come out of Comic-Con and they're just looking for a place to sit down, because there really aren't any places to sit inside of Comic-Con unless you're getting something to eat or you're going to a forum. And there's Lisa tweeting away. We left the convention center to go over to the Wired party that was happening almost across the street. Besides, we were getting hungry and we needed a place to sit. It's Saturday night, and we're headed off to our last round of parties. There's 3 parties we're headed to tonight, and tomorrow is the last day of Comic-Con. In the meantime, look at her. She looks marvelous.
I can't see, it's in shadow.
That is all leather, head to toe.
It's all in the dark.
All leather. Here's your only pic of the party. The reason there's only one picture of the party is because I actually decided to put the camera away and enjoy myself. Can't be filming all the time. really cool things I saw at Comic-Con, and the list is pretty long, but it was Bumblebee. It was the statue of Bumblebee himself, in full Transformer form, and what was even cooler than that is outside of the hotel we were staying, there was both Bumblebees, the old school Camaro and the new one. I have to tell you, I would not mind driving home in that. The new one, of course. Another really cool character that came up to Lisa was one of my favorites of all time, R2-D2. That little droid has an attitude the size of a Wookiee. So after flirting with Lisa for a bit, he decided to carry on. And I have to tell you, I have R2-D2 programmed as my message alert on my cell phone.
That is awesome.
But speaking of moments, I did meet a character that I really wanted my picture taken with. And since I've been holding the camera the whole time, Lisa took the camera and took my picture.
This is Robin's favorite part of the whole. There we go. Now I can see it.
Now you can see me?
Now I can see it.
So out of all Comic-Con, there's only one picture that I'm taking of myself with a character, and that is with Superman.
You're very excited.
And here's Lisa. Alright, let me pick my bag up. You snap a picture?
I love it. Fantastic.
Overall, I highly recommend going to Comic-Con whenever you can go. For myself, it was one of the best experiences I've ever had. Packed up, tired, happy, and heading home. And if you're wondering if I ever got that meeting, check this out.